I was diagnosed as having chronic lymphocytic leukemia. I was very, very weak. I wouldn't be able to lift maybe 20 pounds. And in the process of my treatments, I had a bad wrist from one of the IVs. So like my wrist was in a splint, I was weak, I was very skinny. So I started Livestrong in September of 16, and it was, oh my gosh, I can't even begin to tell you how awesome. Thankful I am for it. I really didn't realize I was going to meet so many amazing people. I didn't realize, the whole impact it would have on my life.
3 years ago, we received a grant so that we could start the Livestrong at the YMCA program here in Longmont. At the time, we were the only facility in Colorado that offered this program. We started a pilot program of only 6 people, and it just went really well. Our facility was perfectly made for it, nice and quiet during the day so that the participants could, really focus and have a nice, relaxing, safe atmosphere to do their workouts.
It's a 12-week program for cancer survivors, and we get together twice a week for an hour and a half each session, and we get to know each other, and we introduce gentle, safe exercise back into their life. In physical strength, we can see it just in when we chart their repetitions and how much weight, but in their day-to-day activities, they just share with us how much better they feel throughout their days. Being able to be up longer, to be able to do chores, to be able to go to the grocery store, they actually feel like this. They can feel it happening while they're in the program.
I originally was diagnosed in 2012 with breast cancer. I went through treatment and I worked through treatment at a job. And about 13 months later, unfortunately, I had a back pain and I went to see the doctor about it. And I ended up with a separate lung cancer right on top of it. I just finished treatment. So I went through treatment and it was grueling. It was very difficult. And I saw an article that Miriam had done with the Times Call. And I thought that was a really cool article. I was really grateful that, some place was doing something for cancer survivors. My prognosis, unfortunately, was very bleak. They said you would live maybe 2 years at best. And I thought, oh, there's so many things I have to do and I'm too young to be ill. And so one of the first things I wanted to do was take my whole family, I'm gonna tear up. Okay. To Disneyland. That was one of my to-do list to do. And I thought, well, I'm too weak. I can't do this. What am I going to do? And that article popped up in my head. And I thought, I'm going to call just to see what it's all about, see if they can help me, because I was so weak. They actually had a spot coming up, and I was one of the Livestrong 3s. Physically, it helped me enough that I could get to Disney World. We did a wheelchair for me, but I was still able to play and run around with the kids. It did help me immensely. And before, when I first started, I couldn't have done it. There would be no way I could have done it. But they helped so much, and they were all going, yes, we're going to get you to Disney World no matter what. And they did. My cancer has gotten to the 5-year mark. With my breast cancer, it's 6. And now with the lung cancer, it will be almost 5 just shortly. So that's a miracle. That is a miracle. And I give a lot of it to all the exercise I have done.
Most people, when they complete the 12-week program, find that their cardio capacity has increased. They definitely have an increased muscular strength. Each class we stretch, so they find that their flexibility is improved. We work on balance, so they find that their footing is more steady. But the biggest benefit that almost everybody accomplishes is confidence. They've increased the confidence in their body, in their strength, and they feel really good about that.
Livestrong impacted me pretty powerfully. I really, really had no idea. I thought I was going to come to the Y and work out and get strong again. But I made friends. We still see each other once a month. And then finding two women that are the most incredible motivators. Marianne and Chris, I can't say enough about them. They are brilliant, just absolutely amazing.
The exercise part is what, as the YMCA, we're supposed to introduce safe exercise. But I would say for a lot of people, it's been just so impactful that they've found people that they enjoy being with. They can share stories, they can laugh, they can cry, they talk about their lives moving forward together, and they look forward to seeing each other regularly.
And having Chris and Marianne be there to encourage us, yeah, it was, I definitely had no idea how strong I could be and how much I could push through sometimes the pain, sometimes the weakness. I mean, we looked at our goals from the beginning, you know, we do all these little tests, pre-tests, and then by the end, and I'm like, wow, you know, you see how far you've really come. So yeah, it was, yeah, I keep saying amazing, but it's amazing. There was a lot of healing, mentally and physically.